Hey, my Taurus babies. How you doing? I hope y'all had a good 4th of July. As you can see, I ain't been nowhere near YouTube. I have been thinking about y'all though since my last video, which I think was the weekend update. So of course, you know, this is the weekly update. We are going to roll Monday through Monday. So tomorrow the 8th through next Monday the 15th. And believe that next week is the middle of the month. Ha! And before you know it, it is time to go back to school. All right, y'all. So I'm going to do this a little differently because, you know, on my quest to get it all and not leave nothing, we're going to do 8 cards. But I'm going to do 8 of these. And then I'm going to do 8 of these on top of these. So if you haven't seen me do this before, you get a chance to see me do it now. I'm actually kind of making up. I got a new deck. My cousin, for my birthday, sent me a new deck. If you go to Amazon and look up Vice Versa Tarot. It's a very different kind of tarot deck. And instead of reversals in that deck, you get the back side of the card. So let me show you. This is the 4 of Wands in that deck. And this is the front side of the 4 of Wands. However, you got a back side. So I'm working on these. I'm trying to understand their meanings. They do not necessarily follow the Rider-Waite definition of the cards. They got a little extra added. They are very clear in their resonance. And I like that. Because it just kicks it right back to you. But sometimes reading that backside, it's a question of, is the person seeing you that way? Are you seeing yourself that way? So I'm trying to work through the little kinks. So this is a reminder, since we're still using the Simply Deep and John Holland's Psychic Oracle. I don't do reversals. We're going to pull 8 of these, and then we're going to overlay these 8 with 8 of these. So we got these cut up. Let's see, from the bottom of the deck. Solitude, Taurus. And you know how we do. 2 cards for the price of 1. And fertility. All right, let me just get that out the way right now because it's saying, oh, I might not be pregnant. This doesn't necessarily mean that you are with child. However, we give birth to a lot of things. Ideas, situations, organizations, you name it. We give birth to all kind of shit. So don't let that stymie you. Oh, I'm 80 years old. No, we ain't. That's not what it means. So hold on to that thought. I promise you, she will make herself known when we get to that point. So let's pull these out. So for tomorrow, the waiting game. Tuesday, memories of love. Wednesday, discontent and boredom. Thursday, rest and rejuvenate. Friday, material harvest. Some of y'all getting paid on Friday. Hello. Saturday, fulfillment of wishes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, emotional withdrawal. And the following Monday, we have truth. I'm going to put those there. Let me shuffle these other cards up. I shuffled them before I got on cam. But I'm going to do a couple more times to make sure we're pulling up the right energy. This is a reading for Taurus, weekly update going from July 8th to July 15th. Uh-oh. What's going on, Taurus? What is going on? I'm sitting here acting like I don't know. You know, there you go. Ha. All right. So now, let me move these over and hopefully I will be able to blow this up when I get ready to edit it. So for the overall energy, again, we got solitude and fertility. So from the bottom of this deck, we got the double card on top of the solitude, and we got the 6 of Wands on top of fertility. Now let's roll through the full week. Monday, Knight of Wands. Tuesday, the World card. Wednesday, Princess of Wands. Thursday, King of Swords. Friday, 5 of Coins. Saturday, King of Wands. Sunday, Tower card. Following Monday the 15th, the 8 of Coins. Huh. All right. A little more than I bargained for, but okay, we're going to roll with this today. That's what we're going to do. So, for the overall energy, and I like doing these cards this way because if we were just to look at emotional withdrawal, this is next Sunday. If I had just pulled that card, okay, you know what emotional withdrawal is, you know what that means and kind of what it relates to as it resonates with you. But then when you add the Tower card on top of that, you get all kind of extra added, and now the emotional withdrawal makes complete and perfect sense. This is not what you think, Taurus, so hold on, don't get your panties all bunched up there, because it's not necessarily about you and what you're doing. So with the overall energy for the week being solitude and the double card kind of playing hit or miss with us, this is not going to resonate with every Taurus, but if it does, it's got to do with the situation and the relationship. This is a lot of relationship shit here. This is not so much work and a lot more about relationships. So buckle up. It's going to be one of them kind of weeks. And just bear in mind, today is why I am trying to be very clear. Today is the first full day of Mercury in retrograde. And this is going to roll through till July 31st. You actually, if you have big things to do, paperwork, trying to buy a car, house, any of that, I would hold off until August 8th if you possibly can. Anything that you do right now, anything in terms of signing, I swear to God, and I do this every Mercury retrograde like I'm just stupid. I will go buy some gadget, some electronic gadget. Matter of fact, I got a fan sitting over there. You can't see it. It's off cam. One of them fans you hook up into your computer and, you know, it just goes and goes. I got this thing 2 weeks ago. This is how powerful Mercury retrograde is. I had this thing 2 weeks ago. Why the sucker stop working Thursday? In the middle of the heat wave. I mean, just hot all over. And my place is relatively cool, but I like the little extra fan because we're sitting on over there. You get a little extra air. Broke. You heard me. Ain't working. Ain't trying to work. Still plugged up. On my own position. Like, no, not working. So that happened 2 weeks ago. You know what to expect during this Mercury retrograde. It ain't no joke. If you have to say something 10 times, do it, because people are all off. I promise you into some other shit. They ain't gonna hear you no way. So you may have to do something, say something. The best advice I can give to you at any level as far as this Mercury retrograde Taurus is to be patient. Exhibit some of that shit that we are so well known for. Sit your ass down in the daisies. Don't get stressed. Just don't get overheated and overworked about shit. It's Mercury retrograde. Whatever's going on now, I promise you 6 weeks from now, people are going to be like, I don't remember that happening. That kind of energy going on right now. So don't, please, do not get caught up in a lot of bullshit. And some of this right here is just that. Back to the reading. The solitude, the devil on top. And again, you know how I am, devil in the details. This has got to do, though, with those of you that are in long-term relationships. It feels like, it looks like a lot of you are re-examining exactly what the hell is going on. And that's what that's telling me. This may be a karmic situation for some of you. This may be long-term situation. This may be marriage. At the end of all of that, you, Taurus, this is your overall energy, are headed in the right direction if you were trying to carve out some time in the next week or two to spend by yourself, contemplating and thinking about those things that you need to think about. And a perfect time to do it with Mercury in retrograde. Of course, things are in review. For a very small few of you that listen to this, this may also have something to do with an ex coming back. Excuse me, pow, right there. Ex. Spend some time alone, Taurus. And that should be, if it's not, it should be the overall thing that you're trying to do this week. Trying to get, even if you can't physically be in your house by yourself because you got kids, a husband, whatever, try to just get somewhere where you can be quiet and just kind of mull over those things that you need to mull over. The fertility card in the Six of Wands, we're going to come back to that. for tomorrow. Some of y'all are playing a waiting game, and the universe is very loudly telling me, just because you are waiting on something does not mean that you should not live in the moment. I know a lot of people have the attitude of, I'm just going to wait. And then you literally sit down and go wait. And I know a lot of people have waited a long time for a lot of shit that didn't happen. So, word here, little fella here, be spontaneous. Stay in the moment. You can't be spontaneous if you think about what's on the way or what happened to you 6 years ago. You can't be in the moment. So get in the moment. Yeah, universe understands that you're waiting. Got it? That does not mean that you should stop living. If you're waiting on a relationship, this is the first thing that's coming to mind. To get in alignment with where you're trying to go, that does not mean you should stop doing what you've been doing, hanging out with your people, going to the movies, whatever it is that you do to make you happy. So if you're playing a waiting game, and I know some of you are, keep it moving. And I don't mean drop the waiting, just keep going. Because you sitting and waiting on something is probably going to make it worse, because you're going to get in your head with a bunch of bullshit, and at the end of the day, that's going to cause mental conflict, and that's exactly what you don't want. We get to Tuesday with the World card. This is knowledge. This is not coming back so much of success or completion. This is coming back as wisdom, and this is a major card, so this is going to have some major implications for you on Tuesday. Underneath that, it's about memories of love. So that's telling me that some of you are getting ready to, if you have not already recently encountered an ex. Damn, I was hoping this was going to wait a little later. But as I'm talking about Tuesday, this is what's looking me dead in my face right now, fertility. For a small few of you, you may be pregnant. Let's put that out there. But for a better portion of you, this is about doing a do-over. And with Tuesday's energy being memories of love and the World card representing knowledge in this reading, you're going to be thinking about, was this something maybe we could have gone a little further and done a little more with, maybe? Maybe we could have started a business together. That's birthing something. Or maybe we could have done something for our families together. Another idea you've given birth to. That's what's on your mind. That's the back end of your overall energy. While you're sitting in solitude thinking about karmic connections, on the other side of that is you thinking about what could have been birthed, the fertility card, what can be birthed even in the future, and thinking about higher goals, which maybe for a lot of you is just coming back as an ex. Some of you don't even know this ex is thinking about you, much less getting ready to get in touch with you. Others of you, you've probably gotten little hints dropped along the way. For some of you, this is not about a quote-unquote old relationship. This may be about a relationship that you had as one status. You were friends or are friends, and now that situation getting moved into another category. Friends with benefits, a date, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, however it's resonating with you. But that all of this energy is coming back. When we get to Wednesday, the discontent warden card, if you have this much shit on your mind, you're going to start looking at your current situation and going, when I was with so-and-so, we used to do so-and-so and so. We don't do that now. How come me and so-and-so don't do this? It's that kind of energy. You're going to start questioning what's going on in your current situation. And it may produce, and probably will produce, some discontent and boredom, because it feels like a lot of you are hanging on to some shit with somebody right now just because that's the biggest fish in the fucking pond. Maybe even the only fish in the pond. And the universe is very gently trying to nudge you and tell you, just step back from that, just a half inch, so you can see that there's some other folks out here. Which brings us to the Princess of Wands, about learning and being creative. The bigger energy that's coming off of this is about you taking a step back from that map. See that map in the background? And looking at the whole picture, because some of you cannot see the whole picture. All you looking at is little bullshit you in right now, and the bullshit you had with JoJo 5 or 6 years ago, and this is all bullshit. You step back from that map. This time do some review. Okay, it's Mercury retrograde, the R word. Let's do some review. Step back off that map. Look at Think about the people that you've been with. Think about the person that you're with. How is that adding to your life? Person you with, are they adding? If you got back with your ex, if you somehow or other this energy works out, that you're confronted with an ex that wants to get back together, was that a better relationship? Can you make it a better relationship if you get back into it? Those are the kinds of things and themes that are playing out this week. For Thursday, rest and rejuvenate. We still on the same shit right here. Some of you, I know the hell I have. I have been running around like a mad person with no arms and no legs, trying to get from here to there. Are you kidding? And can you do this? And can you help us do that? And I need you to do a reading over here. Can you come over here? And damn, right now I am exhausted. I've been literally in the bed for 2 days. I've been running that much. I'm tired. I just got out of bed not long ago. I'm tired. When we get to Thursday, Taurus, do it. Do it. Get some rest. Go sit down. You ain't got to do everything. They're having a soccer game. Let the kids go have a soccer game. Let somebody else take the pictures this time. You're tired. I feel you. You feel tired. You feel stressed. You, in the core of you, you feel just worn out. Go sit your ass down. Do it. Make sure your business, make sure you handle your business. Complete anything that needs completing. And this is not on a big scale. This is more on a day-to-day scale. If you've got things at work that need to be done, if you can get them done by Wednesday and not be at work on Thursday or Friday, or get it done on Thursday and not have to worry about going to work on Friday, well then damn it, do it. Make sure the business parts are done, but underneath all of that, know you need to rest and you need to rejuvenate, however that's resonating with you. When we get to Friday with the material harvest, very clearly, some of us are getting paid Friday. Come on now, you got a regular job, but universe is also asking you to take a look at your finances. Do some review. Are you where you want to be financially? Are there things coming out of your check that maybe you don't want coming out of your check anymore? You paying for some insurance and you may not want that. It's time to start thinking about that kind of stuff. The material harvest is not just the money that you bring home, but also the things that you get. I will throw the word of caution out here. If you headed to Walmart or Target or wherever you do your shopping, online, Amazon, whoever, make sure you are not buying anything electrical. Computers, radios, stereos, iPods, earbuds, any of that shit. Leave it alone, because you're going to end up sending it back and then you're going to be pissed. With the 5 of coins up here, anything that's not worth you having, walk away from it. Y'all heard me. Anything that's not worth you having, walk away from it. That includes cars, boyfriends, shoes, dresses, pants, shit you can't wear no more. Walk away from it. That's that energy. And if you notice, as the reading goes on, it's getting a little more about your day-to-day. So for some of you, it may be time to review some of the things that you're doing in your day-to-day activities. It may be time to let some shit go. If you've been babysitting your sister's kids for the last 6 months, and you find out now you just don't have the energy or the time to do the things you need to do, it might be time to walk away from that. Even though that might be tied up into your material harvest, come on now, work with me. Might be time to walk away. Anything that's not benefiting you, Taurus, and I know it is so hard for us to hear about things that just benefit us because we are always so worried and concerned about the rest of the world. This is not that energy. This energy that we're in currently, try to keep the focus on you. When we get to Friday, or Saturday, I'm sorry, it's about the fulfillment of your wishes, Taurus. But it's also understanding the person that you think you got that with. And yeah, that's the player card, Mr. King of Wands, you know how he go. But it doesn't have so much to do with the play part as it does just the person. Not so much player connected to this, but just the person. Looking at this person, is their confidence rock solid? And these are the kind of questions that you start asking yourself in the Mercury retrograde. You know, if we got into some shit, is this person gonna be the one? They gonna have my back, or are they gonna be somewhere else doing something else? It's just the energy that it is. Fulfillment of wishes is here. Like I said, I don't know if it was a weekend update or last week's weekly, but we're here. Wish time, granting, right here, right now. But you need to look at and I know I've said this before in other readings, you need to look at the person that you're committing to. And for some of you, this may be a player, and it may be the innocent kind of player. You know, he just friendly with every doggone body, or she just friendly with every damn body. Don't matter the intimate relationship part notwithstanding. It's just this person is just that kind of person. They are friendly, and they're friendly with everybody. So, okay, can you deal with that, Taurus? If this person checks off every other box besides just that overly, and again, I'm not getting the cheating third party player kind of energy. I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is just a total person. And Taurus, for some of you, this may be something you're not used to dealing with, because we have a tendency to be kind of to ourselves, even though we can be extroverted. We spend a lot of time just in our own world doing our own thing. And so, can you deal with somebody that's out there like that? It's a point to ponder, something to think about. When you get to Saturday, this is family shit right here. Some of you got people, feels like some of you are in situations where you have extended family living in your house. This is in-laws, cousin and them, you know, mama's, sisters, nieces, nephews, kids, that kind of energy. And I feel like some of you are getting ready to shake some shit up because you're tired of these folk being in your house. This is not the kind of tower moment that personally tears up your way of life. This is not that kind of tower. This is the kind of tower that shakes up the shit around you. I know this came up, I think, last week's reading. And it was the same kind of energy. It was more professional. This doesn't have that professional tint to it. About something happening, a shake-up at work, or maybe in some other outside organization that you participate in, and there being a shake-up. I think the shake-up was supposed to have been Wednesday or Thursday, and I told you, it's not about you, just get the Kleenex together. This, a little closer to home, and understand, we're in the middle of two, it could be right smack in the middle of two eclipses. So we had one last Monday, which was a solar eclipse, and you got one coming, I think, on the 16th, which is a lunar eclipse. And what a lot of people don't know, the sun is male, the moon is female. And when you have eclipses, you can usually see people or a person being eclipsed out of your life. So if you have a male, and this doesn't sound as drastic as it is, it doesn't mean you won't ever hear or see from the person again, but they're being eclipsed out of your path usually and onto another path. So for example, I had a friend, and she knew her for a few years, and she was eclipsed out during a lunar eclipse. Not that I don't talk to her, not that I don't see her, but she moved to the other side of the country. So it just eclipsed her out of my path pretty much, unless one of us move back to the other side, however that resonates. But just understand, this is not about you, Taurus. This is about people, probably going to be family. And again, it is definitely coming back with people in your house that you are ready to be gone. The best thing I can say is say what you need to say. Don't stand and preach about how come somebody ain't got no job and they've been at your house for 6 months. And how come they let their kids run around with no pamper on. Don't go through all of that. Set a date. Let them keep the date. If we got to get legal, let it get legal, however that's resonating with you. But this is coming. And for some of you, you already know it's coming because you're just damn well sick and tired of all this bullshit in your house. For some of you, this is coming back about your kids. You got teenagers in the house, and they got friends, and they just decided they're going to camp out at your house this summer, and you ain't having that shit. Same energy, same thing. You may need to make a phone call to the parents. We love little Susie and Johnny, but you need to come get them. We tired. So it's that kind of shake up towards. It should not be a big disruption to you in terms of your flow and how you're going, but it may be disruption to your household in terms of changing bedrooms around. For a very smaller portion of you, it seems like you may have some people coming to you. That is far friendlier, obviously, but just be mindful. Again, you're in Mercury retrograde. If you have people that are coming and, you know, they don't have a definite date, you're just trying to have folks at your house indefinitely. So you may need to have some conversations, a series of conversations about how long do you think it's going to take? What can I do to help? These are the rules of the house. However that's working for you. For the rest of you, is about getting them boxes and packing folks up and getting them the hell out your house. That's next Sunday. For the following Monday, the 15th, standing in your truth right here. Making plans, working hard. This may be about just moving forward. Some of you with this family situation, this may just be the second part of this, standing up in your truth. There may be some residual shit. And this is not going to be just a one-day thing. So if you got folks in your house you're trying to get out right here, even those of you, let me back up on Sunday's energy, even those of you with siblings that may be in parental houses or living with your parents, y'all know what I'm talking about. This is the group that ain't doing nothing, you know, but I stay here. You know, it's time for you to get your coat and hat, son, and leave. Girlfriend, it is time for you to get your boogie bag and be gone. However that's resonating. And a lot of different scenarios are coming to mind. Monday will be about standing in your truth. I told you to get out my house. And you continuing to work hard at what you're doing. You may even be of a mind to help those who are trying to get out and help them get where they can find a good job or maybe go back to school, work on some skills. This is a skill card. But at the bottom of all of that, it's about you standing up in your truth, Taurus. And just knowing whatever the truth is to you, it is to you. And not letting anybody encroach on your truth. Because they ain't doing nothing. If they ain't helping you do nothing, they can't help you stand up in your truth. So just know that. I hope you guys have a good week. I'm going to leave this reading right here. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. Taurus, I love you, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.